This week on the 5-time Emmy Award-winning state champs.
Spring is here, well, sort of, and we already have some momentous achievements on the lacrosse field, as well as a variety of great spring sports action.
We've got another Player of the Year race to introduce as well, so get ready.
State Champs starts now.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser, your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. And Sarah Chevrolet, the low payment people.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to State Champs. We stayed home for our spring break, which didn't really feel like spring at all. Not sure what Mother Nature is doing, but that's all right. As always, we have a great show for you right here on State Champs, presented by Lawrence Tech. I'm Kiera Hay.
And I'm Lauren Plant. Hey, we've got great highlights in track and field, girls soccer, baseball, and lacrosse. You gotta stick around for the main event, boys lacrosse. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, and I go focus on a softball player from St. Clair who is so much more. And we have our first top 10 in our total softball Player of the Year race.
All right, let's start with some highlights. To the diamond we go.
We begin with baseball. Sunny day at the University of Michigan. The Hawks from Saginaw Heritage up against the Shamrocks of Detroit Catholic Central in the first of a doubleheader. Heritage in blue advanced as far as the Division I state quarterfinals last season. Pair on in the first. The senior Brandon Smith single through the hole. Fellow senior Adam Coinas hustles home. Hawks led 1-0. Shamrocks fortunate they'd already squeezed in 3 games despite the weather. Down 2-zip, bottom 4, pair on. Ryan Mara grounds it to Spencer Schwellenbach. One of our Detroit Athletic Club Male Athlete of the Year candidates helps turn the inning-ending double play. But Catholic Central finally broke through in the 6th. Ribby runners in scoring position. Brendan Burke, the fly ball to center. That's an error. Cody Clanclear and Zach Payrook crossed the dish. We were tied at 2 into extra innings. Then a balk in the bottom of the 8th brings Jack Falinsky home for the winning run. Detroit Catholic Central beats Saginaw Heritage 3-2. Shamrock swept the doubleheader. We stay on the diamond for softball KLAA Black Division matchup. The Salem Rocks hosting the Chargers from Livonia Churchill. Salem looking to go 2-0 on the young season. Pick it up bottom of the 2nd. Pair on. The sophomore Grace Hokett had a multi-hit afternoon. Junior Haley DeChalk scores. Rocks led by 2 after 2. The senior Maddie Rosevich on the hill, dealing for Salem. Maria Targus down looking. Rosevich struck out 5. Into the 5th, and Rosevich helping the cause. The big stick. Go! Deep and over the center field wall. Solo shot. Rocks up 3. Same at bat for the Rocks. The junior Jordan Hazel smacks it up the gut. Another Detroit Athletic Club's Female Athlete of the Year candidate, Morgan Overitis, crossing the dish. Salem led by 4 after 5. In the 6th, bases full of Rocks. DeChalk with the base hit that brings home Megan Skog and Overitis. Salem knocks off Livonia Churchill by a 6-1 final. Let's take it to the turf for some girls lacrosse. The Yellow Jackets from Country Day visiting the reigning Division II state champs, the Cranbrook Kingswood Cranes. Early in the first, Cranbrook trailing by 1, looking to answer. Good ball movement. The returning second-team All-Stater senior Sophia Amelia. Nice move to the net, finishing low. Game tied at 1. Still in the first, Cranes building on their lead. Angelina Wider, she finds the All-American Isabel Skane cutting through the middle, filling the basket. She is the MHSAA's all-time leading goal scorer. Cranbrook led 15-2 at the half. Country Day got as far as the state finals once in their history, but that was back in 05. Made the regional semis in 17. Looking for a Band-Aid in this one. The freshman Kendall Belanger drives past her defender, buries it from close range, but the Cranes wouldn't let up. Melia from behind the net finds the junior Jessica Geiger back of the net. Cranbrook takes this one in dominating fashion, 19-4.
Today, we'd like to talk about high school baseball pitching limitations. The health and welfare of young people guide the writing of playing rules in high school sports. Beginning last year, all states were required to set baseball pitching restrictions based on pitch counts and days of rest. In Michigan, a player is capped at a maximum of 105 pitches in a day, after which 3 days of rest is required. This chart shows the different combinations of pitches thrown and the required rest. And note that someone throwing 25 or fewer pitches in a day does not have a rest requirement. Whenever a player is relieved of his pitching duties, he may stay in the game or come back on subsequent rest days at another position. Schools are responsible for tracking their pitchers, maintaining a log called the pitching record form to be shared with opponents, and lineup cards exchanged prior to each game must list any player ineligible to pitch due to a required day of rest. Umpires have no role in tracking or enforcing pitching restrictions other than to verify those ineligible to pitch and facilitating the discussion between the head coaches in a case of a pitch count discrepancy. The rule also applies at the junior high middle school level shown in this graphic. If you want to learn more about pitching restrictions or any other baseball rule changes, go to our website, mhsaa.com.
The Esports Michigan League of Legends high school season continues to move along at lightning speed. We're already 4 weeks in and just a few more matches to go before we determine our top 16 teams who will gather here at Lawrence Technological University for the second annual Esports Michigan tournament. Follow all the action on our website, esportsmichigan.com, and check out the podcast to both on our site and on State Champs TV YouTube page. We're talking about the game of the week and strategy sessions too, and that includes video as it happens. We go to St. Clair next on State Champs.
I want to be a dermatologist, and though a lot of universities tried to recruit me for basketball, Lawrence Tech had the science curriculum that I wanted. LTU's Southfield campus is a great place to learn, and the classes are small enough that I don't have to wait for office hours to talk to my professors. They're usually right by my side, challenging me and guiding me toward a successful future. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's. Dough Raiser. Your team or school can sell paper pizza certificates that can be redeemed for one medium pizza at participating locations.
We've been doing this fundraiser for about 4 years, and it's the easiest and best and most profitable fundraiser they have in Michigan.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
Hi, I'm Zoe, and today I'm here to change your outlook on becoming a referee. Sometimes being a referee can be hard work, but I'm here to tell you that the positives far outweigh the negatives. Just think of the impact you could have on the younger generation, the laughs you could share, and the lives you could change. There's an unofficiated game that needs you.
Welcome back to State Champs. I have met some pretty amazing student athletes working on this show, and Molly, a multi-sport athlete and Olympian out of St. Clair High School, is one of them. Let's go and focus. Molly Linkins excels at pretty much everything she does. She's a world event medal winner in swimming, a record-breaking powerlifter, an amazing softball player, and an academic All-American with a 3.9 GPA.
Molly's a great kid. She's just a terrific athlete. She set the state record in the bench press at 215 just this past winter. She's been playing softball for me for 3 years. She can really play anywhere on the field, kind of a utility type of kid. Very, very strong hitter.
Most people will be surprised to find out that Molly is deaf, but she sees her hearing disability as a key component to her success.
Being deaf helps because I always want to thrive to be better and thrive to, be more than just a deaf person.
There's so many things that she had to battle, especially when she was young. Once she got the implant, she had to learn how to enunciate, how to speak, and even how to hear. And to be that dedicated and to push herself to where she's at right now is just, it's a great tribute to her.
Molly currently holds 6 U.S. deaf swim records and will be training in Brazil for the next Deaf World Swim Championship in 2019. Molly credits her love of sports to her sister Heidi.
When I see my sister play, I wanted to be just like her.
Heidi, now a freshman in college, has decided to study audiology.
When she watched me grow up, she loved how I was just developing and improving, and she always wanted to help other little kids improve.
Molly will join her sister Heidi at the College of Worcester this fall on a full scholarship where they will both be swimming and playing softball.
She's an inspiration for me. I mean, if she can do it, anybody can do it, that's the thing. It's just putting your mind to it and accepting your struggles and your limitations and going for it.
I'm very determined that my hearing disability won't let me fail and it won't get in the way of my, success.
For In Focus, I'm Kiera Hay.
They're not going to give it to you, but I tell you what, this is home field and it's got to mean something to you. You're playing at home. This is your home field.
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and we go back to the highlights. In girls soccer from the west side of the state, we had East Kentwood at home to take on the Buccaneers from Grand Haven. We picked things up early in the first half. Grand Haven in blue looking to go 2-0-1 on the season. Jennifer Deere gets the ball up the field to junior Ellie Kaiser on the breakaway, and she would bury it to give the Buccaneers a 1-0 lead, and it stayed that way going into halftime. East Kentwood still looking for its first win on the season, looking to even it up early in the second half. The freshman Mallory Snitzer with the good look in front, but the shot sails high. It remains a 1-0 game. Grand Haven would add some insurance later in the half. It's Kaiser once again putting her left foot on it for her second goal in the contest as they went on to shut out East Kentwood 2-0 the final. We stay on the west side of the state for some track and field action as Forest Hills Eastern hosted the Sailors from South Christian. And we start with the boys in the 3200 relay. Thomas Westbrick from Eastern was separating himself from the rest of the pack. He would cruise on in for the win. His time of 9 minutes and 54 seconds was a personal best for him. But South Christian would respond in the 400-meter dash. Good battle at the end between Sam DeVries and Nicholas Stoll for FHE. To the right of your screen, it would be DeVries that would cross the line first for the victory as South Christian takes the meet on the boys' side. Next, to the girls. South Christian has a Detroit Athletic Club Female Athlete of the Year candidate in Marielle Bruxford. The defending Division II champ in the 100 and 300 hurdles would get the win in the 100 dash. But too much Forest Hills Eastern on this day in the 400 dash. Kelsey Hill would pull away for the win as Eastern go on to win the meet. Let's head back to the east side for some boys lacrosse action as we had Birmingham United taking on the Dragons from Lake Orion. Picked things up late in the first quarter. Birmingham United down 2 looking to score their first goal. Working the ball around the perimeter, the junior Owen Cross feeds the ball to senior Carson Clare. That ball hits the back of the cage, putting the Bulldogs up on the board. Lake Orion is a force to be reckoned with. The Bulldogs playing a tight defense, and somehow Kyle Loken is wide open on the doorstep. No chance for the keeper. That goal puts the Dragons up 5-1. The Dragons were on fire this night. Check out the skills by Chris French. Loses his twig but quickly recovers, determined to make something happen. Sam Perillo with the rocket shot. That hits the back of the net, and Lake Orion went on to win this contest 12-2.
The first robotic sting competitions have now come and gone, but you can watch everything that took place on the final day of competition by watching the live stream at RobozoneTV.com. We'll have a 1-hour recap of the state finals airing next Sunday, April 22nd, right after state champs at 9:30 a.m. on Fox Sports Detroit. There's a new episode this week covering the end of the regular season, so stick around for RoboZone once this show is over. The Total Softball Player of the Year race is back, and we've got the brand new Top 10 next on State Champs.
So many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
What are you doing?
Thinking spring.
You mean trying to change the weather by just sitting there?
Never underestimate the power of positive thinking. I'm learning to become one with nature. It's all about focus and concentration. It worked! It worked!
Right now at Sarah Chevrolet of Southfield, lease a Trax for $79 a month, Equinox just $99, or Silverado just $145.
Come on, everybody, let's hit the beach!
Should we tell him? It's cute when he's excited.
It's my student aid. Okay, let's go. Time to go to college. How can I get started? Want to gain more knowledge, but I can't pay out of pocket. Call my student aid today and we can get you on the way. If you really want it, all you gotta do is make a way. Looking for a scholarship, you trying to land some grants? Visit my student aid and we can help with that. My student aid has the knowledge and tools to make college accessible, affordable for you.
Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University. As we've mentioned before, the new nursing degree program at LTU is thriving. The majority of people in the nursing industry are still mainly women. The number of men who work as nurses is currently on the rise. There are several Lawrence Tech football players currently enrolled in the nursing program. This is a smart career choice.
People think that might be strange, but I really don't, because they make great nurses. They have a different perspective. They tend to gravitate to more of the fast-paced areas, such as the emergency room, the ICU.
Across the United States and in Michigan specifically, there is a shortage of healthcare professionals and especially nurses. Students who opt for a degree in nursing are guaranteed a wealth of opportunities ahead of them.
I can't say there's going to be 100% immediate employment, but I could say there's going to be 100% within the first 3 to 6 months of graduating.
The job opportunities is endless, and nursing is great because there's so many different fields that you can go into.
If you're interested in applying to the nursing program at LTU, and you should, head over to the website right now, ltu.edu/academics. We are back inside the studio, and for the 4th straight year, we are kicking off another Total Softball Player of the Year race. Now, besides our own Tom Markowski, who you will see here from time to time, Total Softball's Donnie Dreyer with me. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Good to have you back. Now, we've had 3 previous winners of this award. Alex Sobchak, currently in Michigan. Abby Krizwicki, currently at South Alabama. And Megan Bomian, now tearing it up in Michigan, already has a no-hitter under her belt. Here's how the
multiple no-hitters.
I know. Here's how the Total Softball Player of the Year race works. We create a top 10 list, which you have on your screen now. Like all of our Player of the Year awards, players can play themselves on and off the list. This is not a 4-year award, not a senior award, and we're especially proud because we have players from all over with a variety of skill sets.
We are so excited about the list we've got. We've got great diversification, Lauren. When you talk about dual threat athletes, we've got Lauren Essman, Sammy Garrels, who can both pitch it and hit the ball over the fence. Great pitchers in Jenny Bressler and Gabby Sallow up from Escanaba. We've got power hitters, Hannah Carson and Taylor Dew. Taylor Dew just set the single season record, on pace to get the career record. We've also got great speed in Carly Barjikovic. We've got Sydney Pizzoni. And then what I call pure hitters, Morgan Overitis and Hannah Katie. So we got a great list of initial 10 players.
Great. We want to spotlight 2 each week. Who are we talking about today?
Well, one, I want to talk about Sammy Garrels. She's been on our list since she's a freshman. Again, she's a great pitcher, carries her team well. She's a multi-sport athlete going to Grand Valley to play both basketball and softball. But she's also a power hitter and hit the ball over the fence. And then also, when I talked about pure hitters, Morgan Overitis, who will be taking her skills to Michigan next year. Morgan is just truly a pure hitter. She was a born hitter, can hit the ball to all fields, but she can also hit it over the fence.
It's going to be a great competition. We want you to vote for your favorite player, and the leading vote getter can never be removed. So go to statechampsnetwork.com and vote as often as you like. We have a watch list there as well of players right on the bubble. Once again, statechampsnetwork.com. Go there and vote right now.
Serra Chevrolet is proud to recognize the hardworking people in the communities they serve with the Serra Chevrolet Community Awards. April Student of the Month goes to Eleanor CEO from Harrison High School. Eleanor is a 4.0 student in a highly challenging international baccalaureate program. Eleanor is the vice president of the Student Council and led her school in the Enough Walkout last month.
A lot of people think that leadership and servitude are sort of two separate things, but I think that they're really two sides of the same coin. And I think that setting a good example and making sure that good sort of ethical and sort of moral life is really prevalent in the school, and that's sort of why I wanted to be a leader in my school.
Eleanor hasn't decided what college she will attend in the fall, but she does know what she wants to do.
I want to work in sort of service opportunities, such as going internationally to serve on global health committees and so on.
Eleanor, on behalf of Serra Chevrolet, I'd like to congratulate you and present you with the Student of the Month Award.
Thank you so much.
The State Champs Sports Network is just one part of Yellow Flag Productions. Although sports is our passion, we do a variety of productions, including additional Emmy Award-winning programming. Whether it's commercial creation, social media marketing, live streaming, you name it, we do it. We are a full-service production house, and we are very affordable. We create content, so let us do it for your company. Visit our website, yellowflagproductions.com.
SnapCamp is Metro Detroit's original Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, and we're still making the best deals every day.
During the spring sales event, you can lease a Ram Crew Cab 4x4 as low as $89 a month, or a Jeep Grand Cherokee, now just $249.
Sales service and a superior buying experience. That's SnapCamp on Telegraph Road in Redford.
SnapCamp, Metro Detroit's original. SnapCamp, SnapCamp.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's. Dough Raiser. Your team or school can sell paper pizza certificates that can be redeemed for one medium pizza at participating locations.
This fundraiser has been awesome for our squad. We've made a lot of money, very easy to do, it's very quick to do, and it's very effective.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
I want a career in robotics and automation, so I chose Lawrence Tech for its first in Michigan robotics engineering program. LTU's brand new STEM complex has a robotics lab where we can design, build, and program robots in a creative atmosphere. And the best thing is, I haven't graduated yet, but I already have a job in my field. I know I made the right choice for my career. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Welcome back to State Champs. We have talked about the Brother Rice Catholic Central rivalry for years here on State Champs. In lacrosse, however, it has been nothing but one-sided. For about 25 years, it's been all Rice. And this is not just Catholic Central. The Warriors have beaten pretty much everyone. Would 2018 be any different? Birmingham Brother Rice versus Detroit Catholic Central. This week's main event.
Named after the coach that built the Brother Rice legacy to what it is today. 20 state championships, 11 Midwest championships, 1 national championship. Ambrose Field, the site for this main event. Over the past 4 years, the Division I state title tilt has featured Rice and Detroit Catholic Central. Get this, it's been nearly a quarter century since the Shamrocks have beaten the Warriors.
Everything right away. Give them everything you can handle, all right, and sustain it for 48 minutes. We're only going to worry about the first 12 right now. You guys ready?
Let's go! Catholic Central coming in undefeated at 3-0. First quarter, the Georgetown commit Peter Thompson going for it. Top shelf. We were tied at 2 after the first quarter. Now, Brother Rice plays a tough schedule, and the Warriors coming off 2 narrow defeats over the weekend in Ohio to Cincinnati St. Xavier and Olentangy Liberty. Sophomore Pat O'Hara transferred to Rice after a year at the Culver Academy, rocking and firing in one of his 4 goals on the game. Warriors led 6-3 at the break. In the second half, Brother Rice executing efficiently and exceptionally. Charlie Comer sees the junior attacker Justin Glad, who buries it. Warriors now up 7-3. But Rice, unable to deliver the dagger, and Catholic Central retaliated with 3 unanswered. Check out the determination here by CC sophomore Ryan Sullivan. Knows he's going to get drilled, finds the back of the net anyway. Shamrocks down a penny into the 4th. Despite one-sided results in recent history, this rivalry really heating up. Playing just his 2nd game on varsity, CC got good goaltending from Jacob Hemme. The long outlet to the senior midi, Ethan Pattinson. Ethan with the effort, Ethan with the finish. He sank 2 straight and the Shamrocks led 8-7. Under a minute left now. Brother Rice down 9-8. Man-up advantage. The senior Cullen Zarek with the overhead smash. Game tied at 9. Regulation not enough time to declare a victor. Catholic Central won the opening faceoff to start the extra session and then would get a man up. Joey Kamish had 3 goals already in the contest. Then, 1:45 left in sudden death. The Loyola Maryland commit, game winner. Biggest goal in the history of Detroit Catholic Central lacrosse. Detroit Catholic Central shocks Brother Rice. First time since 1994 they've defeated their rivals. 10-9 the final in overtime. Call Kamish the curse killer.
This is probably the greatest feeling of my life. We had a lot of opportunities in the past years, and I feel really grateful that I'm the one to get the job done.
Time now for this week's Great Clips Clip of the Week. If you haven't beat your rivals in nearly 25 years, this overtime winner by Joey Kamish from Detroit Catholic Central against Brother Rice deserves to be recognized. One more time, the Clip of the Week. It's presented by Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
So there is finally a crack in Brother Rice's armor. Not saying this won't motivate them even further, but congratulations, CC. That wasn't a monkey on your back. That was Bigfoot. I love high school sports specifically for moments just like that one.
Yeah, and that's what State Champs is all about, bringing you great high school sports for 15 years. We love what we do. And all that we ask is that you follow and share all of our content on social media. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, so engage with us and let's celebrate all sports every day.
That's right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on State Champs.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. And Sarah Chevrolet, the low payment people.